Yeah. Yeah.
Baldwin gives this one a ride, going back, and it is gone. Brooks Baldwin, his first home run of the season. It's this one hard, deep to left field, back at the wall, and it gets out.
Red light, green light, go.
It's an odd-man rush. He's got Terravine with Terravine. It slows down. Nazar scores! Frank Nazar.
Pack it back with your overnight close, yeah.
Plays it in front. Rebound, Cruz. They score! It's Donato, the Boston native. 30th goal of the season. Down low to Menard. Nice pass back. Korchinski scores! Another one for the Hawks. Here's White stepping back for three.
Bang, bang, bang.
Here's Giddy to Buzales.
Oh, Morris! Arvidas! Buzales!
Stop playing. Red light, green light.
Everybody, welcome back to the Chicago Lead. We know you heard that music playing, and that's from Chicago's own Joey Purp. And he joins us along with Sah Jackson of Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp. It's Friday, so we're going to have a great segment just for me and David because we're going to have a nice time enjoying this food, but also for fans out there that haven't been to Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp. We're going to make sure that we encourage you to go out there and try one of the best, if not the best, in the city of Chicago. So let's start it here, fellas. One, thank you for joining us on the Lead, but let's start it here. How did the pairing of a rapper and a great institution of Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp just come together? You got to take us to the origin story of that.
It really started with the marathon. I ran the Chicago Marathon last year, and they kind of made like an official cheering station. My family could pull up, friends of mine could pull up, and just kind of created a sense of collaboration there. I also ran it for a charity that they donated to for me and helped me kind of like raise money for the charity and stuff like that. It's called Mercy Home for Boys and Girls. So it was like, it started there and then it just built.
Nice. Love to hear that. Love to hear that.
Yeah.
75 years, it's been around since 1950, a Chicago institution. How do you use that history and tradition into the appeal of the place?
Well, you know, it's known around the city already because we've been around for 75 years. But I think that Lawrence's having the iconic shrimp that they have and that tradition, it just ties into Chicago, which is known for the food scene. So Lawrence's fits right in.
Definitely tying in Chicago because this is bringing me back a lot of nostalgia as a kid, just going to Lawrence's on Friday nights, and it is Friday. So
just the
I'm sure
smell.
a lot of people out there, the smell, it catches you
Takes you
right
back,
away.
Cam.
Kind of like the old school cartoons where the food smell kind of creeps into the nostrils and you start floating to the food. So that's what we're going to do right now because we have a great spread
What do we got
right
here?
now. So, Si, break it down and let us know what we have so David and I can
What's the game plan?
So we have our shrimp, we have our frog legs, chicken, and there are different varieties of shrimp. So it's great for Lent this right now. We have coconut shrimp, the regular shrimp, and we also have plant-based shrimp, which is Good2Go Veggie, and hush puppies. There's a couple of sides. So anything you want is here as far as
What's
shrimp.
your favorite? Which was, if you had to recommend, if you were making, giving us advice, where would you start?
Well, I would start with the plant-based shrimp. That's just me, but I think everybody's favorite is the iconic, the original. But you want to, spice it up a little bit with the island flavor. You got the coconut there.
Well, that's what I'm gonna start there with the island flavor with the coconut there. So, Joey, what about yourself, man? What's the go-to for you?
I'm gonna go plant-based right now. I'm gonna go plant-based, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm curious about the frog legs. How popular are the frog legs? And I know that people say they taste like chicken. Yeah. Everything tastes like chicken.
So good.
They really taste like chicken?
They do taste like
All right,
chicken.
go ahead.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try some of the sauce. Let's try this sauce.
I'm gonna go plant-based since you guys are all eating.
I love that. All right, now
right
you got to give us the kind of the secret sauce to the secret of keeping a restaurant open for 75 years because you talk about longevity, but also in a city like Chicago where it's a great food city, it's not easy to stay around, especially for 75 years.
Yeah, I think it speaks to the nature of the food. To be able to stay in business that long, you have to have a very good product that people can connect to. And also, since
This
they
is
have,
outstanding.
Thank you.
This frog leg's outstanding. Go ahead and say. Didn't mean to
You
interrupt
guys don't know this, but you guys don't know this. Whenever we have food segments, David is all in.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm gonna let you finish, but the frog legs are sorry. So you continue your story. That was really good.
Tastes like chicken?
Yeah.
Tastes like chicken. So yeah, and then being the location by being central in Chicago, staying open all night, all the things that you need in Chicago to have a really successful business. But the taste is where it's at. So if you haven't tasted it yet, you need to come out and taste Lawrence's. We have everything you need.
Nice. What's the go-to for you, Joey, when you step into Lawrence's? Like, you know what? I can't resist this order right here.
Honestly, growing up, it was always the shrimp. My pops always came to get the shrimp. That was my introduction. I was like vegan, vegetarian for 7-8 years. So the plant-based shrimp was right on it was introduced at the perfect time for me. But I eat chicken now, so I eat a little bit of everything from there at the moment.
So is it when you talk about sports, when you talk about food, they have a good mix. You guys are here.
For sure.
Yeah. What about athletes? Who are your favorite athletes? And anybody ever come in and have to have an encounter with a Chicago athlete?
I personally don't know, but I'm sure there's been all types of people stopped in. We do get a lot of orders from celebrities that have us cater to them, and they're ordering all types of things off the menu. So yeah.
Favorite bull?
All time.
Yeah.
D Rose
Okay.
and Mike, they like 1A, 1B. You know what I mean?
Nice. What about the underrated bull for both of you guys that, people aren't going to outside of Jordan or D Rose because we all have our
We got
favorites,
a
but then
lot
they
of
have another guy that
underrated bulls.
nobody really that gives them a lot of love, but they deserve that.
We got a lot of underrated bulls.
I'm going to go here. I'll start here. How about this one?
Yeah.
BJ Armstrong.
BJ
For me,
Armstrong.
BJ Armstrong
BJ
is,
definitely,
for me,
yeah.
is like one of those bulls that
I feel like-
always love.
Correctly rated overall, underrated bull notoriety, Jay Croft. Jay Crawford, ex-bull.
Really?
Yeah, Jamal Crawford was a bull.
He was here for. He's played for 8 different teams.
Yeah, but Jamal Crawford did the Jay Croft in the Bulls jersey. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying?
did.
Could you hoop? You ran a marathon. I mean, if you could run a marathon, you could probably hoop pretty
I can
well.
hoop a little bit, man. Ask my boy E.T. Ashump about me, man. You know what I'm saying? I can hoop a little bit.
Nice.
I can't hoop.
You just hold things down with
I
Lawrence.
just look like I can.
But you went to Southern, right? You
Yeah,
said you
yeah,
went to Southern
SIU,
Illinois, just like
Carpenter.
Cam
Yeah.
did.
Salukis are everywhere,
Salukis,
people. There's more of us out there than you realize.
Absolutely.
Now, the weather's getting warmer outside, and Joey, you've been in the lab as you always are. You got some new music
What you
that's
got?
coming out for the people.
Sirski, new
Break it down.
project coming out the beginning of next month. That's what we're shooting for. So a new project is called Champagne Seats. It's produced by Thelonious Martin, another Chicago native. So yeah, full collaborative project between the two of us.
How were you able to do that and train for a marathon?
Man of many talents, baby. Man of many talents.
All work is easy work, man. All work is easy work.
That's great, though. You gonna do it again?
Yeah. God willing, I'm gonna definitely try to
That's
do it
awesome.
again. Other cities try to do as many as Chicago marathons
Nice.
as I can. Make it a annual thing, raise money, and do it.
Congratulations. Thank you for bringing this food.
Absolutely.
It smells great and it tastes better.
David, I was
Hey,
telling
that
Joey
way.
before we started this that I was bumping bag talk on the way to the United Center to work because the sun is out, the weather's warm, so you got to get that song popping for everybody out there. If you don't know, you
that
need to
way.
get into it.
Say that.
Thanks, guys, for being here.
No, definitely appreciate it.
Yeah. Young. Yeah. I've been way too teed to ever let one of these bitch niggas play with me. Stay out the way with me, it get hot like a block on a day when it's 80 degrees. Top out the top on the land, it was me and Chance was in Miami like the Heat. Top out the top on the land, it was me and Chance was in Miami like bam.